Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel, Gadget Boy here, and we're going to finally finish a project that I started 411 years ago, back when I was reviewing this TS100 miniature soldering iron. It was a great piece of tech. Go check out my video on it. It's a very, very neat little soldering iron. At some point I will order tips for these so I can use this a little bit more in my videos. I also need to get a dedicated power supply for it, but the budget just hasn't agreed with getting more of these things. So what we're doing here is, back when I first reviewed that TS100, I built this little power supply for an LED lamp kit that I bought on eBay. Now all this is a bridge rectified capacitive dropper for the LED array. A quick and dirty, very messy way of producing direct current, but it's effective enough and works fairly well for LEDs. We'll probably notice a little bit of shimmer in the LEDs when I plug them in, but that's just... Actually, there might not be. Let me see here. What do we have here? Actually, this is... It does have a filter cap, so there might not be too much shimmer in the rectified DC there. And it's also got this big capacitor here, which actually acts as a current regulator. It's called a capacitive dropper circuit. I'll go into more details on how a capacitive dropper works in another video. But here, the next step of this is to put all of these on this. That's 38 LEDs that all have to be soldered. Now I'm not going to subject you guys to that, and in fact I'm not going to time-lapse it either, because that would be terribly boring. I'm just going to Betty Crocker it and say, here's one that I did earlier. So I just left one undone so I can, show you guys the soldering process once again, and then we'll finish putting it together, and I'll plug it into a lamp, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully I've gotten the polarity on all of these correct. It would really be pretty disappointing if I didn't. So let's just quickly solder this last LED on. Pretend that you watched me do this 37 more times, and you'll know what it's like to build one of these. So we'll just flow that on, and we're going to put a little pressure on the LED here, get it nice and seated flat. I'm not too sure if this is an aluminum core board to try to dissipate some of the heat that's going to be generated by 38 LEDs, but we can hope. I'll just grab my diagonal cutters, or dikes as my dad calls them, and we're going to trim that off and move on to the next step. The next step is to solder the leads of this little power supply on. Now I'm not too sure how I want to mount this. That's going to go like this, and this is going to go like that. So yeah, we're going to put the leads on like so. Alright, so this might be a little challenging. Let's be over there. Well, I'm going to cheat, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pre-flow some solder onto this pad, I think. There we go. There's the negative pad, or the positive pad. A little bit of cold solder joint there. And that one too. There we go. And where's the negative pad? There it is. We're going to flow some solder onto the negative pad. There we go. And then we're just going to kind of lay this across like so. I'm not too sure if the camera's picking this up too well, but I just flow that, right in the tip, and then bring this over. Ah. It's being very difficult. Cooperate, you. There we go. No, no, that's not cooperating. Come on. Welcome to Gadget Boy Struggles with a Simple Soldering Task. I'm sure this is all very entertaining. Here we go. Okay, you. Come on. There we go. Alright. And then we get to do that whole process all over again. While trying to mount the leads onto the board here. Now, they want to do it this way. Okay, that's interesting. This is going to be a very strange jumble of wires on the inside of this lamp kit. Let's see. There we go, there's the first one. Quickly recenter it just to... Oh, that actually made it worse. Ah, brilliant, Chris. Let's reflow that again. There we go, that's more like it. And do this. Thankfully, as the supply coming off of the lamp here is alternating current, I don't have to observe polarity, as the bridge rectifier will take the current coming out of the inside of that lamp and turn it into DC no matter which direction it's coming from on the AC side. So now that's soldered on. I'll just crop that extra leads off. There we go. And then we'll flip this circuit board over. There's a little bit of a pin there that I think it's supposed to kind of center itself on. And then we'll lower the LED board in. I don't think there's any particular arrangement for that. So those are going to go in like so. And then this lens is going to go on top of the whole mess. Now, let's see. Oh, this looks like it's going to be very difficult to get. Oh. Never mind. That actually snapped in rather readily. Alrighty, there's some schmutz on the lens there, so let's just clean that off real quick. So there we have it. That's the LED completed. A little interesting thing that I did here, these are not standard LEDs. These are ultraviolet LEDs. So let's see. Just got a little desk lamp in here, over here, that I'm going to plug this into, and hopefully I don't let all the smoke out. Let's see what happens here. Oh boy. Either I messed up on the polarity on a bunch of those, or I have a bunch of bad LEDs. But let's see if I can bring this over so you guys can see it. There you go. You can sort of see the ones that aren't lit there. I'm gonna have to investigate that. But yeah, there we go. I have now an LED blacklight set up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blown or reverse biased LEDs. So I will have to diagnose that later. But there you go. Just a quick video there. Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, give it a like, give it a subscribe, share it with your friends, do whatever you do when you like a video, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hi there, I'm back again. Just a quick addendum to the LED light video. I did go through, and you can see I've removed a number of LEDs, and now we have a fully functioning array of LEDs there. The problem was not incorrect biasing. I did plug in my LEDs correctly. The problem was that I had about 6 failures, which out of 38 LEDs indicates about a 17-18% failure rate there. So I'll be bringing that up with the eBay seller from whom I bought the LEDs. But it's working now, so I'll see you guys all in the next video.